Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Suikoden 1. Last time we left off, I believe we are completely good to go on the finale now. I did look up to see if there was any like secret bosses or anything in Suikoden 1. It basically had like, I don't think there is, first of all, but also because of Google's stupid AI search things, it was saying like, yeah, there's bosses in Suikoden 1, like secret bosses in Suikoden 1, but it was Suikoden 2 and Google AI is shit garbage, so yeah, it was just talking about Suikoden 2. So, let us go ahead and get to Gregminster, but there were two things. I found a Reddit post that says, there's a sort of side quest right at the beginning of the game. Once you finish meeting the Emperor, you can walk out of Gregminster and make your way west up Mount Tigerwolf to Sarity. Talk to a man in one of the houses and he'll reward you with a fortune crystal if you're alone. If you do this with Ted in your party, the man will give you a prosperity crystal. Interesting. Interesting. And then there's a hidden scene of soldiers beating up kids near the well in Rockland. I think when you're returning after capturing Vargas and Sidonia, it won't be available once you've entered the government office. It's no boss by any means, just some simple soldiers. So that is interesting as well. But alright, let's just go ahead and move forward. But yeah, it was the Google AI search garbage that I need to just disable or stop using Google completely. It basically just mentioned a name, so it's not like it spoiled anything for me in Suikoden 2 or anything like that. Alrighty. Let's go. Hello, Phantom. I thought we got rid of all these dorks. Apparently not. Not all of them. I did rest last time, right? We have all of our casts. Yeah, it looks like we have all of our casts. Cool. Alright. It's interesting because it's like playing the old music, but it's like a haunting version of it. Pretty creepy. Wind-spun armor. That sounds like it gives me speed. Or just makes me resistant. Okay, nope. It is speed, so that is probably going on Victor. Victor needs it the most, I believe, so that's actually a wonderful get for Victor. Oh god, your garbage is full. Your garbage is full. Did I just drop something? Yeah, just discard this headgear. Yeah, we don't need that. It's fine. Yeah. Sheena, go ahead and give that to Victor. Thank you. Alright, oh. You can't equip it either? You can equip it. Flick or Cleo, probably? Or Tyr? I mean... Flick's already stupid fast, right? Well, not stupid fast, but pretty fast. It's a shame, like, none of you can wear it. Not even Sheena could wear it. Okay, to Flick it goes then? I guess? Before Flick had dragon armor. Oh my god, you can't wear it either. Who can wear this? It seems weird that it would be gendered. Maybe it's Tyr only? Or it's like heavy armor and only someone like Humphrey or something could wear it. That's my only other guess. That must be it. That must be it. Because yeah, I just tried putting that on everyone and no one could wear it. Crowley, it doesn't seem like you'd be able to wear armor, but... Well, I can't take off the Master's robe anyway. Okay. Alright. Whatever. Whatever. We deal, I guess. It seemed like it would be good, but yeah, I have no idea who could actually equip it. Oh. Yeah, I'm not messing with that. That's a lot of enemies, yeah. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Thanks to the level up. More armor that I can't use. Great. Okay, wait, what's over here? This wasn't a path, right? I just want to be sure. Okay, they did get some hits in, but that's fine. I guess I should have upgraded Cleo's weapon just for instances like this where I'm kind of just auto-battling, but don't think it would have made that much of a difference. Hi. 4 Imperial Guards. I think that is cause for some hell. Hopefully it still works on them, even though they're like a staged encounter, I guess, would be the term. Unavoidable encounter. They were kind of just waiting in here. Wonder if I can go still kick that, or loot that same suit of armor. Every single time I see something, like early in the game where you can like get infinite money but it's incredibly small amounts, it makes me think of Radiata Stories. But it's also funny in this one because it straight up is a suit of armor, and in Radiata Stories there's just like, you have a kick button in that game. You can just kick things, and it's how you interact with objects and like, you know, break pots, hit a bucket, and you might get an item. But yeah, you can just kick the suit of armor, or this guard. It's not even a suit of armor. It actually is a person, and he says, ugh, go away, and he'll give you like 1 gold. You can sit there and just farm a stupid amount. I don't think there's a limit even, but there might be. But it's funny that that's even a thing. Radiata Stories is so cool. That would be a fun one to play on the channel sometime. One of my favorite games ever. Well, that ones that I have the most nostalgia for, I guess, would be the better term. But I do really, really love it. It's super good. I should remake that sometime. I think it's a Tri-Ace RPG, so I don't think I've seen very many of the Tri-Ace RPGs getting remade. Because I also love Eternal Sonata, and I don't think that's ever been re-released or remade, although it was just on the 360. Alright, I'm here. Oh. I mean, you're all trying your best, you know. You're not like screaming halt or anything, you just run at me. It's not really working out for you though. I'm guessing we're gonna fight Barbarossa, but Barbarossa might be like kind of a pushover? But the real fight will be against Windy? That would be my guess. Like, that's where things will actually... That's where we'll actually be in final boss fight territory. I'm thinking. Goodbye. Hello? More? God, so many soldiers. Lightning Storm. I think we're gonna have to start using some of these now. Lightning Storm. Gaia's Voice. Attack, attack. That'll probably be enough. Yeah. They have about 400, 500 HP. Not too bad. God, you're all just so ready to die for your Emperor. Come on, friends. Don't you have like families or something to get back to? You don't need to die for this jackass. What do you owe him? Unless they're like threatening your families, which that just makes me feel bad. They're like, yeah, if you desert, we're gonna come after your family. But is not an unheard of thing. Lightning Storm, Gaia's Voice. Second verse, same as the first. Yeah, magic is just way, way good in this game. It's so good. Super powerful. Oh my god, there's so many of you. It's almost like we're assaulting a castle or something. But no, that would never happen. Boom. Boom. It's also, like, one of the things that makes magic in this game really busted is it's not something like in Dragon Quest, at least I'm pretty sure Dragon Quest does this, or like Final Fantasy, where the more targets you hit, the less damage it does. No, it does the same damage to everyone, which makes it even better. But that does make sense since we have limited casts of it per rest, instead of like, you know, just using MP, which you can restore. So it makes sense that they wouldn't nerf magic too hard. But it does make magic just stupid good. It reminds me of Grandia in that way. Because in Grandia, it very, very quickly, like while you're going through that game, turns into just pelting everyone with magic. In random battles, at least. I guess, what's it called is the same way, Skies of Arcadia. Except it's not magic you're doing. It's like a special attack called Sword Rain. You just like basically one-hit everything at the beginning of the battle by doing that. There's an item you can like put on your main character to make it so that they basically always start the fight with enough like, I think it's action points or TP or something. So the way they can use that at the beginning of every fight and you just blast through every single random encounter. But I definitely don't mind games that have random encounters be pretty easy to deal with. My god, the amount of you! God. So many young men and women not going home to their families. I kind of want to save Thunder God. So we'll just Gaia's voice. And Black Shadow. There. Alright. You exhausted some of my resources, but luckily that's just like all my AoE skills. So... Oh my god. There's more! So many. Are there even like random battles in this area? Lightning Storm? Yeah, you're like never getting to use that because you're too slow. We're out of Gaia's voices. Kinda don't want to waste those. Alright, we might have to like legitimately start fighting them now. We've exhausted a good amount of our resources. Well, no, you two can still do it. Okay, that works. Is this where I want to go, or is it down there? Oh, shit. Don't know. These I just punched to death. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad at all. God, the amount of money we're getting here. They're paying these soldiers a lot. Maybe that's why they're willing to fight to the death. They're getting paid for this. Where did that go? Horned helmet? Flick has it. Silver hat? Horned helmet. No one can equip it again. Honestly, I think the silver hat's just better because we regen HP each turn, so... I'm not even gonna bother figuring out the inventory management that needs to happen for me to equip that. It is interesting that we're still getting new, like, unique equipment and stuff here. Because I'm assuming this is, like, the end, unless we just defeat Barbarossa and then we still have Wendy to fight after, and we go through another dungeon for that. But I was kind of working with the assumption that this was it. Oh, hey, that's one of the things we saw, outside. Yeah, the Colossi. Which makes me think of Age of Mythology. Which I love to think of. Power Ring sounds interesting. Now, who got it? Cleo. Boost Strength, as expected. That can go on Tyr. We attack with Tyr a fair bit. And Tyr still has a feather. So that's good. Power Ring. And save. It's a shame we don't have like tents in this, or like cottages. Those things, the things you heal the party at save points with. Ooh, nice dodges. Oh god, you can attack the back line. Crazy. Earth Boots. That's a pretty good get. Those are pretty good defensive items. 18 defense. Yeah, give that to Victor. Oh yeah, wait, you have too many items, that's right. Yeah, just discard this. And discard this. And then we can transfer those earth boots up to Sheena. And they are slightly better than a guard ring. Hello? It's very windy in your castle and extremely quiet. Oh, hey, it's the gardens we made it to earlier. Can I grab that plant that Futch had to grab? Well, well, Tyr, commander of the Liberation Army, you've come far. Come, look at my garden. Flowers are in full bloom. Beautiful, is it not? Yet it is all that remains of my empire. Tyr, with my own hands I will protect this garden. I will defend the last piece of my empire to the bitter end. Dragon King's sword, give me your strength. Oh. Oh! You can just do that? Can't escape. Oh, I didn't even mean to run. I didn't even mean to run, I'm sorry! You just heal? Is that all you did? I didn't mean to run, yeah. That was my bad. Lightning, okay, so AoE magic is actually useful here. Lightning storm. Yeah, hit him with the lightning storm. Fog of deception. Thunder god. And earthquake. Black shadow. And storm. You don't want to skip your attacks. That's the main problem. That one on the left took way more damage than the other ones did. Whoa! What's happening? Does this one just get a crazy cutscene? I think it does. They are different elements, I think? They are! The one in the middle is... Okay, yeah, they're different elements, straight up. They're all yellow, so I was kind of thinking they'd all be lightning. It's incredibly slow. Okay, so yeah, they're weak to certain things. So lightning ball, the middle one is resistant to lightning. I think the left one was resistant to wind. So we're just going to lightning ball this thing. All of them Earthquake was good against. Black Shadow is obviously good against everything. And then Shredding Wind, I think I use on that right one. So far, it doesn't seem like too difficult of a boss. Wait, was that not damaging you at all? I didn't even see a number pop up. Is that the one that resists? Oh, you just hyper beamed me. Ooh, okay. Once again, you're pretty slow though. Okay, I'm gonna lightning ball the rightmost one then. We can Flood of Kindness. Lightning ball that one. We're out of Gaia's voice. Got an earthquake. Well, we've been out of Gaia's voice. Shredding Wind. Okay. Yeah, Earth is the best one to have here. Okay, that time that I saw the damage number pop up. Maybe the left one was the one that resisted it. Or, like, was immune, basically. Okay, yeah, and that's the one that's healing. That one needs to die. That one's number one on the murder list. This one over here. I hope that's not a full heal that you're doing, because that would be incredibly rude of you if that was somehow a full heal that you're doing when you do that. So I sincerely hope that is not the case. Because if it is, that's awful. Because a damage number isn't popping up, which is what worries me. A damage number is not popping up at all. I dislike that. And the fact that you're still alive makes me incredibly worried. Like, yeah, it's not giving me any numbers at all. Oh, what just happened? Did you just get petrified? Okay, no. It was just kind of a scary attack. Okay, it's continue attacking that one. I don't think we need to do that heal yet. Attack. Flick, you should just Mega Medicine Sheena. We're out of Earthquakes. So raise everyone's defense. Attack. And then just keep shredding winding that one with you? Times like this, I wish I had, like, Scan or Libra or something. Oh, okay, it's dead. Good. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, I don't know how much that thing was healing, but... Okay, it looks like they're dead, basically. Alright, is that the one that resists it? I think it was the other one that resisted it, right? Let's just try it. Yeah. And you should be fair game to murder. Yeah, that one had to be healing. Okay, yeah, that was 0. Sorry, Sheena. You got exploded again. Mega Medicine for Victor. Once again, I'm kind of expecting that we maybe have another follow-up fight after this, so I am trying to preserve my resources a wee bit, just in case. Also, the fact that this thing is a Hydra, I kind of thought it would just keep growing heads back. Okay. Getting a little bit scared here. Why is this thing still alive? That head has way more health than the other ones. Or when that thing was healing, it was healing this one constantly? Was that what was happening? It looked like it was healing all of them, but maybe it was just healing this one. Because it's like the main head? Possibly. Well, I don't think I attacked the main head much. Okay, that's it. Not too bad. I was a little concerned for a second there, but... Ugh. Hey, nerd. Your 4 generals. Your Majesty. Ah, Kasim. You've changed, Your Majesty. Why? We believed in you. Kasim, I miss the days we fought together side by side. You were misled by that woman, that Windy. Barbarossa, oh my, you've already lost. So much for the Golden Emperor. How dare you insult the Emperor? Oh, don't be silly. Ooh. Your Majesty. Now it's your turn, Tyr. The Empire has fallen, but your soul leader is still mine. Give it to me now. Mio? Ted? Oh, the 4 souls that we ate. Yeah. Odessa, Ted, Gremio, and Teo. Yeah, those are the 4 souls we ate to increase its power. I was like, wait, what is the significance of this? And I was like, oh. Why do you spurn me, Soul Eater? You control life and death, devour souls. Don't you see we are meant for each other? Together we can take our revenge on this wretched world. Yet you reject me, you, the most cursed of runes. Even you refuse to accept me. Oh, do you have acceptance problems? Stop, that's enough, Wendy. What are you doing? I'll destroy you with my magic. It's no use, Wendy. The sovereign rune of my Dragon Knight sword wards off any form of magic. Apparently it didn't help you very much when I was pelting your ass with lightning. Even that of a gate rune. But you said the black rune. I lied. What are you doing, Barbarossa? Are you about to jump off with her? I loved you. Liar, you only loved the part of me that reminded you of her. It's not true. I wanted to erase the sorrow that lies deep within your lies. The sorrow of one shunned by others. I loved you, but that was a mistake. Yeah, she clearly has issues with being rejected. My one and only mistake, and it cannot be forgiven. Please. Please don't do this to me, Barbarossa. I have only myself to blame for the loss of my empire. Tyr, what brave new world will you build in its stead? Emperor Barbarossa. Please, Emperor. Your Majesty. Farewell. Yep. It's the end of the Emperor. Yeah, the end of the Empire. This palace ain't gonna hold much longer, we better escape. Wait, why is the palace exploding? Why are we having a Samus detonation moment? What are you talking about? Did they blow it up? Why is the palace coming down? Is it connected to the Emperor's life force? Run, this place won't last much longer. Emperor Barbarossa. We'll be right behind you. Your Majesty. Oh, okay, why is it coming down again, though? Please, Samus, escape the planet! You have to! God, running like this down this hallway, it makes me feel like Fox McCloud in one of the cutscenes. From Star Fox. Alright. So do we have, like, a final fight? I'm feeling like we may. This is Liberation Army dogs, don't let them out of here alive. Tyr, I'll hold him off. Go on ahead. Don't be ridiculous, Victor. This country still needs you, Tyr. As for me, whatever rises from the ashes of the Empire, I won't be much use to it once the fighting's done. Look, it'll be fine. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you. Flick, take care, Tyr. Let's go, Commander. He's doing it all for us. Alright. Now then, boys, step on up if you're ready to die. Then you have to rip the heart from my chest before I stop fighting. This is our moment where everyone stays behind and is like, no, go on, I'll be right behind you. It's that time. I mean, Victor's pretty good at taking on a group, has a ton of health. Ooh! Careful, you fool. Tyr, Odessa chose you. She chose you to rebuild this country. No way I'm letting you get killed here. Never hear the end of it when I see her in the afterlife. Go, Tyr. Finish what we've waited for so long. What Odessa fought and died for. Hurry. Go. I can't leave you here. Don't you die here, Flick. It's a little early for me to see Odessa again. Our union can wait until I prove my worth. Hey, Victor! Where's Tyr? He went on ahead. Now we can fight to our heart's content. Yeah, too bad it's you I'm fighting alongside. Tyr fled this way. We must avenge the Emperor. Yeah, Victor and Flick are a funny combo. Let's go, Celestial Sword. Jeez, work me to death, why don't you? Swear on my sword, Odessa, you shall not pass. Did they make it out? Because this music is a little too happy if they didn't. Look, we won. I can't believe it, we won. Yes, the Empire's finally met its end. We did it, we really did it, Sylvina. Carcass. Finally over, Master Tyr. Our Empire has fallen. Look, Tingar, we won! We defeated the Empire! Ow, quit pulling me so hard. Oh, sorry. Guess that means Black has been avenged. It's over. Hey, old man, glad you got to be a part of all this before kicking the bucket. Quit calling me old man. Look at our merry band. Master Lucan, those voices. Have we won? Yes, that's right. Oof. I see. Master Lucan, I've long despised war. I always felt it wrong to take a life of another, no matter the reason. Yet as a military strategist, I've been responsible for the loss of countless lives. Wonder if I made the right choice. Perhaps I should have stayed in that village, whiling away the years fishing. Well, Sir Matthew, the answer to that question... Have you fallen asleep, Sir Matthew? Rest in peace, my friend. You accomplished so very much. Damn it, Sanchez! Apple is gonna be pissed with me. Rest in peace, Matthew. Sanchez, you better get some comeuppance. Tenkai Star, Tyr, turned down the position of first president of the Tauren Republic in... LaPlante, chosen as the first president of the Tauren Republic in Tyr's place, passed away shortly after learning of the Liberation Army's victory, disappeared along with Licknot, left the Tauren Republic together with Futch without stating their destination, turned down the position of Commander-in-Chief and returned to Moravia Castle to help strengthen the northern defenses, took up the position of Commander-in-Chief of the Republican Army, left the Republic in search of Uber, who had disappeared, oh yeah, you, followed after Tyr. I was wondering if we were going to get to see where everybody ended up. Became the first chairman of the Tauren Republic's Congress, gained influence as head of the Merchants Guild. Weary of battle, she still protects Teo's home to this day. Disappeared in the midst of the final battle. Became a commanding officer in the Tauren Republican Army, acting as mediator with the village of elves. Refused to join the Republican Army, instead stating his own business. By the time the battle was over, he had already disappeared. Disappeared in the midst of the final battle. Appointed as the bow staff instructor in the Republican Army, that's fun. Invited to join the Republican Army, but declined and left the Republic. Took off on a journey, promising he'd return as the fastest man in the world. Left for some faraway place, saying his contract was over. Briefly returned to the Kobold village before departing on a journey. Devoted himself to rebuilding the village of the elves. Spends the rest of his days watching over the graves where Barbarossa and Claudia lie resting. Left on a journey to improve his imperfect self. Took over command of the Tauren Republican Navy, where she gained military renown. Began using his ship for legitimate trade, hoping to make his fortune. Returned to the village of Kaku to continue his carefree existence. Joined Anji in his new business. Now spends his day fishing leisurely on the shores of Lake Tauren. Joined Anji in his new business, Leonardo. Having been recognized as a true warrior, he set off on a journey. Joined Hicks on his journey, uninvited, saying that he'd be lost without her. Appointed as commander of the Tauren Republic Border Guard. Invited to join the Republican Army along with Varkas, but disappeared. Wherever Lapon is, she is there by his side. Returned to Kaleka to live out the rest of his days. Headed north, saying he'd found a good money-making opportunity. Set off on a journey in search of colors that represent freedom. Continued working as a rune sage in the town of Ante. Set off on a journey of training in search of powerful opponents. The Ryu route. Having fulfilled his duty as a knight, he announced his retirement. Continues happily serving his master. Became the co-commander of the Capital Guard. Appointed as the Secretary of the Tauren Republic. Put in charge of managing the Republic's finances. Departed for a new land in search of her next adventure. Bye, Lorelei. Returned to his fields. Yeah, good on ya. Returned to the Dragon Knight in order to train future generations. Returned to Kulon to resume his training. Dedicated himself to rebuilding Gregminster, the new capital. Lives a life of elegance in a house with a garden full of roses. Set off on a journey to collect sounds from around the world. Quit the armor business and opened a playhouse, which is a roaring success. A what? Opened a clinic where he saves the lives of many people. Returned to Kulon Tipple. A playhouse? What do you mean a playhouse? When he lost his position as a Dragon Knight, he set off on a journey with Humphrey, returned to the hidden village of Rokaku. Made aware of his own ineptitude, he devoted himself to further training. Weary of worldly affairs, he returned to his cave, invited to live in the village of Rokaku. Succeeded the title of Master Blacksmith. Headed to the village of the dwarves to continue his training. I never went to Rokaku, did I? Made a fortune selling his inventions. Forced her way into Taiho's house and ended up living there? Oh my god! Still gallivanting around as usual. Appointed as commander of the Tauren Republic's Patrol Corps. Continued to live life in his own indomitable way. Returned to the village of Tien, where he continues to work as a shipwright. Became the Tauren Republic's first judge. Hugo, the librarian, took over the position of astrologer in Leknot's place. Became the most popular dancer in the Republic and now leads a life of luxury. Returned to the domain of the Dragon Knights to assume her duties. Continues to devote himself to his alchemical studies. Departed on a journey in search of new gadgets. Set off on a journey to spread the songs of the Liberation Army to people across the land. Another teleportation blunder sent her flying to somewhere far away. Welcomed into the rebuilt village of the Elves. Returned home and received his inheritance. Left home once again, saying the adventure was calling. Serves as Warren's assistant. Started his own business with Lapont's assistance. Returned to the forest, where he hunts alone and lives freely. Set off on a journey to research and write a biography of Matthew, that's nice. Appointed as the martial arts instructor in the Republican Army. Lives in a little house together with her cat Mina. Aww. Retired as Master Blacksmith and passed on the title to Moose. Still loves some good gossip. Returned to the Kobold Village and became its chief. Currently working hard to become the second greatest Kobold warrior, the greatest being Kuramimi. Continued working as the cook at Marie's Inn. Opened a restaurant specializing in stews. Gave up his trusty scythe and became a farmer. Asked to design a vault for the dwarves, he devotes himself to his task. Went straight and opened a successful inn. Kept her childhood promise and became Kirkus's bride. Is apparently now training diligently to become a good housewife. Still lives in the town of Kaku and still enjoys playing dice. Good on you, Ronnie. Hope you're having a fun time. Given the task of creating decorative windows for the tower on Magician's Island, reopened her inn in Gregminster, the new capital of the Republic. It is said that the grounds of Torrent Castle are still filled with flowers. Now working as a maid at Marie's Inn, but still ready to give any guest she takes a dislike to a taste of her elbow. Devoted himself to designing new baths, became gatekeeper of Torrent Castle at his own request. Set out to sea in order to see the edge of the world. Vanished along with Gregminster Palace's treasure. Realized his long-cherished ambition of owning a store of his own. Oh. Those went fast. My god. Those went crazy quickly. Is that it? We did! We did it! Alright, Suikoden 1 done. One of the few JRPGs from like this time period that I never actually touched when I was younger. So this was an interesting one to go through. Very good. I had a good time with it. Obviously it's the first one in the series, so there's some things that change as time goes on, but it was a fun game, and it's definitely cool being like one of the earlier games where you can recruit this many characters. As far as the story goes, yeah, it's about what I expected. It's a Revolution story, and it, you know, it did that. It did that. It was cool. There were some neat moments, like, you know, the actually fighting against Teo and having to get Pawn up to the level where Pawn could actually win if you wanted to save Pawn. Like that's a fun wrinkle. As far as like the combat and the gameplay and stuff goes, a lot of the fights were like pretty easy. I didn't feel like for a lot of them, like I was playing on the normal difficulty, I wasn't playing on hard. I don't know how much hard would have changed it. I feel like my options available to me basically meant that hard, it may have made me had to think a little bit more, but it may have just made it kind of a struggle at times, and I wouldn't have been able to just use like whatever characters I wanted, and I would have had to pay like way more attention and min-max things and stuff, so I think the difficulty on normal was fine for the most part, but generally the game itself seemed like pretty easy a good amount of the time. It was interesting playing a game where you don't really learn a bunch of new spells as you level up. Like each rune has like 4 spells, and that's kind of it. But I do like that the game leaned into rest, refilling your casts and having limited casts, because I think that's a really fun way to do it. Some complaint a lot of people have about JRPGs and just the system of using like MP for spells in general is it basically incentivizes you to always use your best spells. Like in Final Fantasy, for example, if you have Fire 1, 2, 3, and 4, usually you're not going to use Fire 1 unless you're just out of MP and it's your only option. Like, there's no real benefit or reason to using Fire, unless it's like a low health enemy and you don't think you need Fire 4. But this incentivizes you to use those early spells, because they can still have their uses. So I do like the limited spell system that this game uses. I was pretty surprised by that, but I think it's fun, and I wish more JRPGs would do it, because it really forces you to kind of rethink your relationship with magic. Obviously, it wasn't as much of an issue in this, because as long as you're using the right characters, you have a stupid amount of casts. But yeah, that was interesting. All the characters are really fun. If I had to say some of my favorite characters, Flick, probably. Ronnie was really cool. I liked Jean, the orb person, even though I didn't use her, but she was quite cool. Tears cool. Once again, using a bow staff is extra points in my opinion. I do love a good bow staff. We need more characters that utilize bow staves in video games, because it's a super cool, fun weapon. I actually think the character in the next game, the main character based off of what I've seen in the splash image, uses tonfas, which is like, my god, 2 incredibly cool underused weapons in a row in your games. Like, that's so awesome. That's so cool of you to have a bow staff and then a tonfa user. Like, that's fun. That is awesome. But yeah, I think Victor's okay. I think I've been kind of spoiled on that, I suppose, because of the like art for the second game, basically. I'm also realizing now, oh, that's such a bummer. I think, yeah, ooh, that sucks. I think I'm noticing in audio, there's a weird thing my audio does sometimes, where I basically just have to notice it when I'm recording, and I didn't this time, but like the left channel is slightly less loud than the right channel, and I don't know what causes that, but it's very annoying. But usually it just requires a restart. But I'll see if I can maybe fix that in editing, but if I can't, I apologize. But, alright. Seems like we just have the rest of these credits here to go through, but very good game, very fun time. I enjoyed it. It's been a while since we've had a JRPG, and this one was pretty short, so people didn't have to wait too long, which is honestly good since my schedule's kind of a mess right now. But I suppose we'll be seeing what won tomorrow. I suppose we'll be seeing what won tomorrow. I think people have had enough time. If they hadn't, I'll just, like, take a day off or something. I don't know exactly how many days it's been, but yeah, that was cool. And it seems like the ending probably continues, or like, the story continues in Suikoden 2. Because it's called, like, the whole collection's called, like, the Gate Rune Saga or something, right? So I'm imagining this whole stuff with the Gate Runes continues. Like, maybe Wendy didn't actually die, or somebody else got the Gate Rune, and is up to some shenanigans with it, because we didn't confirm they died. They just jumped and we're like, oh yeah, they're dead. So, interesting. Like I said, this was a cool one to go through. And what else do I have to say? God, trying to think here. God, this video might take a little bit long to get up to. Oof. I kind of had a nap today. Which put back the recording a little bit because work was a lot, but yeah, other thoughts on it. I do feel like I probably missed some areas. I don't think I ever went to Rakaku, but we got everyone, so if I did miss an area, it was like kind of an optional area, and it seems like there's not super bosses or anything. So I don't think I missed any, like, major content or anything. Just, like, some little cheeky hidden things, or not even particularly hidden, just something that most people aren't going to run into on a normal playthrough. But I'm glad I was able to mostly preserve the surprise in first-time experience with this game. Obviously, when you're doing something like this, and it's an old game, and you can, like, mess things up, and obviously I don't want to start over an entire game just because I missed something. You unfortunately have to follow a guide or something like that. So it is a bummer in that regard, but yeah. Like I said, luckily I didn't, you know, it wasn't like we really missed out on much. Basically the only thing that I would say, like, you know, I knew about was that the 108 stars, something happened with it. And then when looking at the pawn thing, I knew that there was a duel between like Teo and Pawn, because it was kind of, you know, when looking at the thing, it was kind of hard not to see that. But I didn't know the specifics of how it worked or anything that was going on, and it frankly made a lot of sense given the story, so... Yeah. It was a fun time. I definitely enjoyed it. And I hope the people that have been, you know, wanting JRPGs and stuff, between this and Claire, have got some stuff. Got some stuff. It feels like it's been a while since we've had a Metroidvania. So maybe a Metroidvania needs to happen. At some point sometime soon. Although I guess Pipistrello kind of counts for that as well. Are we at the end? I like to show all the credits if I can, and it also helps me give my thoughts, I suppose. Yeah, we're at the end. Special thanks. Suikoden 1, Suikoden 2, and Suikoden 1 and 2 staff. Thanking them all. And to all Genso Suikoden fans around the world. And now maybe sometime I'll have to play 100 Heroes, the spiritual successor, that I think straight up has people that worked on Suikoden working on it. Hi? Hey, Gremio. Why am I scared right now? It just has me and Gremio walking away, and then there's an eye looking at us? Oh. Hey, Gremio. I'm glad we got you back, Gremio. It didn't seem to have that much of an effect on things, but Gremio may be able to do more in the second game. Look at you. I mean, we got a special ending screen, I'm guessing, because we have Gremio. But you didn't do, like, any major plot thing after you got resurrected, I suppose. I'm kind of surprised we didn't even have a cutscene with, like, you and Tyr kind of talking about it. Alright, bye. Gremio was a fun character too. Just like the doting nature of Gremio. Alright. That is it. So, hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time to see what won.